The Adult Survivors Act in New York. Lawsuits by adult victims of sexual assault. By attorney Andrew M. Stengel. New York's Adult Survivors Act was passed by the state Senate on June 3, 2021. The bill is currently before the state assembly, and the outlook for passage is promising. When passed into law, the Adult Survivors Act will revive the statute of limitations for adults who are 18 years old or older at the time of the sexual assault. The Adult Survivors Act, which creates CPLR 214I, will allow victims of sexual assault 1 year to file lawsuits. Lawsuits filed under the Adult Survivors Act can be pursued against the person who committed the sexual assault, as well as the person's employer, when the facts allow. Before the Adult Survivors Act becomes law, victims who are at least 18 years old at the time of a sexual assault usually have 1 year to file a lawsuit. The Adult Survivors Act recognizes that New York's current statutes of limitations for adult victims of sexual assault did not allow enough time for victims to pursue justice. If a person who is less than 18 years was the victim of sexual abuse or sexual assault, then the Child Victims Act applies. The types of sexual assault that fall under New York's Adult Survivors Act include approximately 20 crimes that are listed in New York's penal law under sex offenses. To repeat, New York Adult Survivors Act lawsuits involve an allegation of sexual assault under New York State's penal law against a person who is at least 18 years old at the time of the sexual assault. The full list of crimes in New York that qualify for the Adult Survivors Act will include victims of sexual assault commonly suffer from a wide variety of injuries, which are often long-lasting, if not chronic, serious, and often devastating. These injuries can include emotional and psychological conditions, such as post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, depression, and anxiety. For victims who have sought treatment for their struggles, treatment often requires many years to decades of therapy and perhaps medication, which can be very expensive. For some sexual assault survivors, the psychological and emotional injuries caused by the sexual assault has also affected their ability to reach his or her potential in school and/or professionally. The Adult Survivors Act will allow plaintiffs to seek damages or monetary compensation for all of their injuries. Victims of sexual assault may be entitled to monetary compensation for their psychological pain, the cost of consequential treatment, and for any resulting loss of income. New York's Adult Survivors Act will allow for punitive damages above and beyond monetary compensation. Sexual assault is deeply harmful behavior, and a jury may award a plaintiff additional monetary damages in the form of punitive damages. Punitive damages are common when the claim is brought under an intentional act and when negligent acts were extreme. Hiring the right Adult Survivors Act lawyer is crucial in achieving the best possible outcome for sexual assault claims brought throughout New York State. The ideal New York Adult Survivors Act lawyer is experienced, aggressive, and knowledgeable. As a former assistant district attorney in New York City, Andrew has a unique perspective from prosecuting cases of sexual assault. Andrew M. Stengel is a zealous advocate for victims of sexual assault and survivors who will file lawsuits under New York's Adult Survivors Act. For more information, visit the website of Andrew M. Stengel, www.stengellaw.com, or send an email to info@stengellaw.com. Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.